So I'm here with Rachel Schroath, and Rachel took Yay for Clients in our first round. And Rachel, thank you so much for joining me today. I would love to hear about your business and where you were before you enrolled in Yay for Clients.
Before I enrolled for UA for Clients, I was a typical kind of freelance writer, and I had quit my corporate job and I was working with a startup as a communications manager and just picking up other jobs as they came. And I couldn't really rely on a schedule that way, and it just wasn't very fulfilling. I hadn't really found my niche or what I was really good at. I was there are tons of writers, so it was very competitive and kind of draining. So that's where I was before A for Clients.
Yeah, and as a writer too, it can be hard because you're not always sure how to make money doing it. Like are you writing articles? Are you writing content? Are you writing communications? What kind of communications? It's just such a vast industry, isn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah. So when you saw Yay for Clients, what made you decide that it would be a good program for you?
I saw you for clients from, I think, an Instagram ad, and I actually did a webinar first, and it was filled with so much value, things that I wanted to put in my business right away just from the webinar, that I knew the class would be super valuable just based on that. So I was really excited to put those things that I learned into practice and learn more. And I definitely liked, who doesn't need more clients and finding a way to create services that really draw them in. So I was really excited to learn more.
That's awesome. I love it. Yeah, I love to do those live classes. Those are really fun. Okay, so since taking A for Clients, I know it's been actually a few months now since we wrapped up that first round. What has changed in your business?
I would say that I actually really started a business.
Love it.
Before, yeah, I was more of a freelancer, but now I have one business and one set client. So I decided to start working with podcasters, and I created a business to create content so that they can leverage the podcasts that they create. So I do show notes and podcast inspired blogs. And I thought of those services from interviews I did with podcasters, and all of this was inspired by You for Clients. So I'm really excited to have started this business super niche down. There's no one doing what I do, and just learning while I'm working and working with some really amazing women.
Did you have any hesitations about picking a niche? I know a lot of people struggle with the idea that they have to pick one thing, especially when you probably could do so many different things well.
I think at first it was difficult to think about, but I really thought back to what I enjoyed doing and who I enjoyed working with. So I had it down to kind of two niche ideas. And then there's just one of those ideas that really stuck with me and that I was really excited about.
Yeah, and you felt like, would there be a need for that service? And I know probably any podcasters who happen to catch this video are like, I need you. So if people do need you, where can they find you?
They can find me at rachelschroath.com, which is RACHELSCHROATH.
And we'll add your name and everything here so that people can get that easily. I would love to know, I know you talked about niching, but what are one or two aspects of the Yay for Clients curriculum that you think gave you the biggest shift in your mindset and also in your strategy to go from being a freelancer, which I talk about this all the time, I love that you mentioned that, to running a business and having signature services? What were those, what kind of pieces really helped you to do that?
Well, I loved all the actionable steps in Yay for Clients, and with everything they learned, there was a clear, do this. And so I was able to do that. And near the beginning, it was really focused on your client. And I knew some of that before. I studied marketing in school, but getting it like this and really applying it to entrepreneurship and to what I do now was so helpful. And I was able to interview ideal clients while I was taking the class. And from their feedback, I created something that podcasters really love, which was awesome.
I'm
And then
just like, I get
taking
chills because I'm so excited.
yeah.
It's great.
And later in the course, we talked about beta testing, which has been huge for me. And every single client that I have beta tested with and said like, I'll create free show notes for you, or I'll do a free blog, and I just want your feedback and maybe a testimonial if you like it. Every single one has converted into a paying client, and a lot of them monthly paying.
You're the poster child for Yay for Clients. It shows that once you find a need that people want fulfilled, if you just follow the strategy, it totally works. And this is just exactly the type of thing that that I knew could happen, and I'm so glad to hear. So would you say that you're getting your clients booked out or getting more clients booked now that you've implemented the strategies in Yay for Clients?
Definitely. Like there was no booking of clients out before, and now it's like it's so I have like a plan, and a schedule, and it's just happening.
Yay! I didn't even say that on purpose. That's perfect. But I just say yay a lot. So, Rachel, what would you want someone to know who might be watching this and is considering enrolling and they're not sure? What would you want them to know about the program?
I would want them to know that there's real value in Yay for Clients. And when you go through the steps, and sometimes they're small things like having an email with your domain, but it all kind of adds up strategically. I think there's so much strategy and real value behind everything you do. And I think if you do those along with the course and you continue after, it's not like immediate, but when you do those things, it builds up over time until you're like, wow, like I'm doing what I always wanted to do, or what I never even knew I wanted to do, and it's just happening perfectly.
Yeah, you build up that momentum, and that's exactly what you've done. So I'm so excited to be able to talk to you today. Thank you so much for speaking with me, and I know that you're going to continue to do really awesome, great work. I can't wait to see what happens.
Thanks. I'm excited to go through the course again and just put it back in my business all over again.
Yeah, you'll soak up new strategies and new things each time. I'm sure of it.